Hey, and welcome. In this video, we explore procrastination from a psychological perspective, not as laziness or a lack of discipline, but as a meaningful response to stress, emotion, and inner pressure. Procrastination is closely connected to anxiety, self-doubt, perfectionism, and emotional regulation. Understanding why we delay helps us reduce self-criticism and create change that actually lasts. This video explains what procrastination really is, how it develops, and how we can work with it instead of fighting ourselves. Take your time with this video. There's no rush here. Procrastination, why we delay what matters. Chapter 1. Procrastination is not about time. Most people think procrastination is a time management problem. But if that were true, knowing what to do would be enough. And it usually isn't. Procrastination is not about time. It's about emotion. It's about how we relate to discomfort, uncertainty, pressure, and self-evaluation. We delay not because we don't care, but often because we care too much in a way that overwhelms the system. Chapter 2. The emotional core of procrastination. At its core, procrastination is an emotion regulation strategy. When we face a task, it can trigger anxiety, self-doubt, boredom, fear of failure, fear of success. The mind looks for relief, and procrastination offers immediate relief, not permanent relief, but quick relief. The nervous system chooses comfort now over discomfort later. This is not weakness, it's biology. Chapter 3. The short-term reward loop. Procrastination works in the short term. That's why it sticks. Avoiding a task reduces tension. Distraction creates a sense of ease. Delay feels safer than engagement. The brain learns, avoidance works. But what begins as relief often turns into guilt. And guilt increases pressure, which makes the task feel even heavier next time. This is how procrastination becomes a cycle. Chapter 4. Procrastination and self-image. Many tasks don't just ask for effort. They ask for exposure. Exposure of competence. Exposure of imperfection. Exposure of identity. Procrastination protects the self-image. If I don't try, I can't fail. If I delay, my ability remains hypothetical. This keeps the idea of being capable intact at the cost of actually moving forward. Chapter 5. Perfectionism and procrastination. Perfectionism and procrastination are closely linked. When standards are unrealistically high, starting feels dangerous. If it can't be done right, it feels safer not to begin at all. Procrastination becomes a shield against disappointment. But perfectionism doesn't protect confidence. It quietly erodes it. Chapter 6. The body's role in procrastination. Procrastination is not just mental. The body participates. Tension, fatigue, restlessness, shutdown. When the nervous system is overwhelmed, the body resists engagement. This is why telling yourself to just do it often fails. The system isn't unmotivated, it's overloaded. Chapter 7. Procrastination versus rest. Not all delay is procrastination. Sometimes the system genuinely needs rest. The difference is subtle but important. Rest restores energy. Procrastination drains it. After rest, clarity increases. After procrastination, pressure increases. Learning to tell the difference requires honesty, not discipline. Chapter 8. The role of meaning. Tasks feel heavier when their meaning is unclear. When effort feels disconnected from values, resistance grows. Procrastination often asks, why does this matter to me? If there's no answer, the system disengages. This is not rebellion, it's misalignment. Chapter 9. Small tasks, large resistance. Sometimes the task itself isn't large, but the emotional load is. Email replies, forms, simple decisions. These tasks often carry social evaluation, finality, obligation. Procrastination attaches to meaning, not size. Chapter 10. Shame makes procrastination worse. Shame is fuel for procrastination. Calling yourself lazy, weak, or broken does not increase motivation. It increases avoidance. The system avoids not only the task, but the feeling of being judged by yourself. Compassion doesn't excuse procrastination. It reduces resistance. Chapter 11, working with procrastination, not against it. Change begins with curiosity. Instead of asking, why am I like this? Try, what is this resistance protecting me from? Procrastination often points to fear, overload, lack of clarity, unrealistic expectations. Understanding the function changes the relationship. Chapter 12, lowering the entry point. One of the most effective shifts is reducing the starting threshold. Not finish the project, but open the document. Read one paragraph. Write one sentence. The nervous system responds to approachability. Movement creates momentum, not the other way around. Chapter 13, separating action from outcome. Procrastination thrives when outcome dominates attention. What if it's bad? What if it's not enough? Shift focus to action. You don't need to succeed. You only need to engage. Outcomes are not fully controllable. Actions are. Chapter 14, time, pressure, and artificial urgency. Deadlines create urgency, but chronic urgency exhausts the system. Living in constant pressure makes avoidance more likely, not less. Sustainable action comes from rhythm, not crisis. Chapter 15, procrastination and identity. When tasks become identity tests, procrastination increases. If I fail, what does that say about me? Separating worth from performance reduces resistance. You are more than your output. Chapter 16, what progress actually looks like. Progress is rarely dramatic. It's uneven, interrupted, quiet. Waiting for motivation often delays action. Action creates motivation when it's gentle enough to be tolerable. Chapter 17, a kinder relationship with delay. You don't need to eliminate procrastination entirely. You need to understand it. Some resistance is information. Some delay is necessary. The goal is not constant productivity, it's less self-conflict. Chapter 18, when procrastination signals deeper issues. Sometimes procrastination is a symptom. Burnout, depression, chronic anxiety, perfectionism rooted in fear. In these cases, productivity strategies miss the point. Care comes first. Conclusion, from resistance to cooperation. Procrastination is not the enemy. It's a signal that something inside you feels unsafe, unclear, or overwhelmed. When you listen rather than fight, the system begins to cooperate. Change doesn't come from pressure, it comes from understanding. Are there specific topics you're interested in, or a particular question you'd like answered in your life? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe now and join me on your journey toward more clarity and inner strength.